Okay.
Anything stand out as most disappointing about the effort? Obviously, Kerry was a known quantity of how much he runs against everybody, but anything that stands out immediately because you thought you could contain it, just didn't go your way?
First of all, my hat goes off, or whatever it goes off, to Coach Rodriguez and that team, the Arizona team. Speaking strictly from our side, because I don't want to go over the other side. Okay, it's none of my business. But they played a really good football game, and unfortunately, they beat us today. They were a better team. They were able to run the ball with Kerry and the quarterback, the two things that I think that we were most concerned about. They were able to do, and the fact that they were able to run the ball so efficiently didn't put us in many good third down situations. The few that we got, we did okay. Started the second half off pretty good. If we would have got the one holding penalty, didn't go away. Anyway, long story short is, in summary, Arizona did a great job. Coach Rodriguez and his staff did a tremendous job. They beat us at the line of scrimmage, and by winning first down and making it easy, manageable second downs and third downs, Kerry and the quarterback were fantastic. And
some of the pass plays, Nick, did those catch you by surprise at all? Some of the short pass plays, had they shown everything on film that you saw today, in other words?
well, I think whenever you're not stopping the run, the pass plays become a lot more, when A tries to do B's job, when it gets to be a game like that, if A tries to do B's job and B tries to do C's job, who's doing A's job? And that's the best way I can explain it to you. So when a team can run the ball as efficiently as they did, and boy did they, a lot of things open up. Now the cornerback's on the perimeter and he's got wheels and he dumps the pass. Anyway, it wasn't like they threw the ball way down the field and were just shredding us. And you saw the game. And the first person I look at always is myself. So I want to see the film. I feel horrible for our kids. They are kids, Sometimes we lose sight of that. They want to win. I think they played hard. We got beat by a better team today. For those 3.5 hours. It doesn't matter who the best team is, it's the best team for those 3.5 hours. And for those 3.5 hours, it seemed like about 10 hours. They were better.
This might be the first time ever that a team has done to you guys what your offense always does to other people in terms of the tempo and the pace and the running on the spread, et cetera, et cetera. But you guys see that all the time, so why is it so effective to you?
Aaron, I don't know if the tempo was part of what got us. I hope it wasn't, but because it seemed like we were lined up pretty good. Although there was a couple of times, that we weren't ready. It seemed like, but I don't know if it was the tempo that got us. We'll have to find out. I'll be curious to watch the film. I'm saying the same thing over and over, but they beat us today. They when you could rush the ball for 300 yards, wow. If you look at our two losses, they're two games where the team was able to rush the ball very well. And we pride ourselves in stopping the run.
How much is your defense built to play ahead as opposed to play from behind?
I don't know if that really matters, although we're ahead a lot, which makes it a lot more fun. Things didn't, again, like I said, things didn't go real well from the onset. Kind of a freakish interception, Marcus's first interception. I'm not sure he should get credit for that interception. We had a good kickoff return. If you just quickly going, we had a good kickoff return. We're on their side of the field, and some uncanny tip back to the field and gives them a little life, short field, and we didn't stop them. It just kind of snowballed. you know? And anyway.
This team has had a look 4 years in a row at a national championship. Gone to 4 straight BCS games, won 2 in a row. How do you get this team focused and excited now about possibly just playing a Holiday Bowl or Alamo Bowl or some bowl?
Great question. Right now, really, Aaron, as I like you, with all due respect, I just hope we can get focused tomorrow. We got a quick week, and we got to get a quick turnaround and try to play, not try to play, and play our rival, Oregon State. That's the first order of business is getting our young men back to where they can get ready to compete against Oregon State. If we play well enough and we beat Oregon State, we'll be 10-2. That's a pretty good record. It's probably not the 12 wins that we've become accustomed to in the last 3 years, but
The main reason I ask is the last time you guys
go ahead.
fell really, really flat in the season and ended up someplace you didn't expect to be was in the Vegas Bowl in 06. And you guys laid an egg that day. The team didn't want to be there, flat, unmotivated.
Yeah.
So I'm asking, is
Yeah.
there danger of that happening again?
Possibly, but I have
Too
faith.
early.
I have faith in these kids. I mean, they're good kids. I mean, they're hurting right now. Is probably they're hurting, and I love these guys.
From a health standpoint, how?
They won't give up. They're not gonna give up. And first of all, like I said, we got to win tomorrow. We got to win tomorrow, and we got to beat Oregon State. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
That's all right.
I love these kids. I'm hurting for these kids, and I'm not taking blame for the loss. Don't write that. I mean, that's not the way I'm trying to say this. What I'm trying to say is, the first person I look at is the guy you're looking at right now. You know, you look in the mirror, what could you have done differently? Well, 9 out of 11 games, we looked pretty damn good. We got beat by a better football team today for those 3.5 hours. Whether they're a better football team in the long run, I'm not going to say that because I don't want to take any credit away from them. But I also don't want to disrespect our kids. We just happened to get beat today. And
Coach,
game of football, just like the game of life, it doesn't always go your way, you know? Yes, sir.
You mentioned that you're beat on the line of scrimmage. What do you mean by that?
I'm sorry, young man. I'm sorry.
You were beat on the line of scrimmage. What-
Well, you know, if they're making 4 or 5 yards of crack, you know, obviously they're hitting it up in there, and you know, we're not getting off of blocks. We collectively, started with the guy you're talking to, and Kadeem carries a really good back, and I was concerned about that, you know, hitting those inside zone plays. You got to get off a block and make a tackle, and you know, you think about blitzing and doing things like that, but then if you miss a gap, you know, it could be a big play. And I think had the game gone a little, you know, it's funny, the 2 games, and again, I think had the game gone more equal early, then it becomes maybe a different game. But in both of these games, it didn't go equal early.
Did you feel that their offensive line was dominant?
No, I mean, well, it's hard to say no
On those
when
first down plays?
they beat us, you know, but today. But today, they were better than us. And it's not all on the defensive line, by the way. There's linebackers outside and
Sure.
So, yeah.
How would you describe?
One
your
more
guys'
question.
overall- How would you describe your guys' overall health?
Well, Ricky and Wade are, you know, 2 of our nose guards. That didn't help either, but that's an excuse, and we don't have excuses here at Oregon. Our overall health, we're probably a little bit better physically than we are mentally right now. So it's the mental health that we gotta, first of all, take care of, and then we'll worry about the physical health.
That's it. One more.